It's the kicking K. When do we use the CK spelling pattern? When it comes at the end of a word, right after a short vowel. The kicking K, before we get started, what do the students need to know? They need to know that C makes the K sound, and you can use a K to represent the K sound. And now they're going to know that you can also, there are 3 ways to make the K sound. They're going to know that CK together makes the K sound too. They also need to know that you don't say K like this. We don't go K or K. We want to take that little off. Now, where does the kicking K come in? Well, I teach them that the short vowels are a little bit nervous. They just get a little bit nervous around the kicking K. So if the C isn't there, they get very nervous and they don't like being beside the kicking K. So we put it gets a little kicky and they just don't like all the kicking. So we put the C in there to calm down the kicking K. Now, this becomes super handy when you're looking, you always want to compare and contrast. So when do we not use CK? We don't need to use it here because the L is already protecting the short vowel I. And why don't we use CK here? 2 vowels together are strong, they're a team, and we don't need to worry about the kicking K. And here, the E at the end walks over and makes that A say its name. So it's not going to say its short vowel sound, it's going to say A, so we don't need CK there. It's take and tack get mixed up a lot. How do we teach this? The first thing I love to do is to get them to fill in the blank. So when they're writing, you just get them to take a marker and write. Make sure they say the sound at the same time they're writing it. Luck. Pink. And they have to decide when to and when not to use CK. Another thing you can do is to do a card sort. So just have them put all the CK words, or you could even do this for them and ask them what's the same about all these words and do the same little exercise. And again, have them underline the vowels so they see that the CK comes right after the short vowel. And then discuss when it doesn't come. You could also level up your learning. Level up your learning. You could use 2 consonants before the short vowel, or if that's really too hard for some students, you might want to just use 1 consonant before the short vowel. You could use really interesting vocabulary and talk about flock and what a flock is. You could use talk about prefixes or add a suffix. Unlock and talk about what that means. You could talk about base words. I talk about base words every day. And you could also talk about multi-syllable words, and you can even talk about the schwa in there. That is how we teach the kicking K. Ta-da!